What is going on, y'all? This is Tom Moore coming at you live from the Millie Club, the best club on the Facebook. How's it going today? We are doing some just general sharpening today. I don't know what this package is, so we're gonna open it on camera and hope. I think it's something really crazy. I actually don't know what it is. I know it's something that I was asked to mirror, and I don't know what brand it is. I've kind of seen a picture of it, but we will find out. So anyway, we are going to use our trusty little dragonfly, my little box opener. Thing's taped up pretty good. Okay. It's always interesting. People pack up stuff differently. Let's see how this guy did it. Good use of small priority box. Oh, he's a taper. Taper and a bagger. Okay, let's see what we got. Whoa, we got a whole case. Okay, that's all that's in there. I'm going to take this box and set it to the side so we know whose knife it was. Okay, it's got a A. I think it's an A. I think open it this way. A on the package. Let's see what this is. Got a note. I think this is a note. Oh, so we've got a pen. Oh my god, an OG Sliz Bowie pen. Oh, well, thank you, Brad. This is very sweet of you. Hope you don't mind the pen. It isn't a PM2. Sliz Bowie pen. That is fucking dope-alicious. Hell of a tip right there. How cool is that? So we're gonna sharpen. I don't know what this is. It looks pretty cool. It's a custom. So let's flip her open carefully. Oh, this is a big blade. Oh my gosh. Okay, now I understand what he wants. I don't know what brand this is, but it's a pretty cool knife. If you can see, the tip is swedged like a Tonto, but it's rounded. I think he wants that whole jobber sharpened up. So this will be pretty fun. So we're definitely going to use the TS Pro for this one because it's faster, and this is going to take some work. Okay. Just drop out of there. Let him know I'm going live. Probably a good idea. Okay, so we're going to clamp this guy. We got a flat spot there. We got our screwdriver. So we're running our new Canon R50 down-firing camera on a new Archon mount. I like it. It looks good. I need one more part for my streaming setup. It is okay. We're gonna angle this so I can do the tip the best. Right there. Tip to heel. There we go. So I'm kind of aligning the tip to the heel. This is a big sweeping blade. And we got to do the wedge. This wedge is going to be, I don't know what it's going to be. Let's say that. But it's going to be cool looking when we're done. Now I didn't see what he wanted. Okay, let's do our pretend sharpen. Let's see if we hit anywhere. Make sure we're clear, and then we'll tape it. Okay, let's see where we hit. So we have a nice big sharpening choil. If we go past the edge, we don't hit the ricasso for a little bit, so we can tape that up. This one's pretty easy to sharpen. We're going to tape it anyway, because if you don't tape it, I've found out, I tend to fuck it up. Because I've gotten so used to sharpening with tape on the ricasso that I use it as a bumper, kind of, because I'm used to it. I know it's not going to do it. So when I do sharpen without tape, I pretty much have 100% oops factor. Okay. Taped up. Let's find this angle of the dangle. Let's make sure everything is working real quick. Audio, Yeti microphone, camera, digital, not muted. Cool. Okay, let's draw on this big old fatty bevel. And this is what we're going to use to find the edge of at least this part. I want this to be dead on as close as possible. Oh, wow, this edge goes for like nothing. Okay. So we're using the wedge to figure out what we want to do with the angle. Whatever the wedge tells us is what we're going to sharpen to. Okay, we are too high. We're too high. So if this is convex ground, which means if it has a hump in it, like goes whoop, we want to find the stone that's in the middle of it. So when it's straight, the bevels line up. These, hey Steven, hey Tom, are those stock clamps on the TS Prof? No, this is the center fillet clamp, which works well with this knife, but it's not made for a lot of the knives I sharpen. But it's the center clamp. The center clamp and the center fillet clamp are sold out. However, there is a 3D printed adapter if you want to put them in the center and use the stock ones. Just DM me and I'll hit you up and show you how you can use your stock clamps in the center. But this is not the factory TS Prof. This is like $100, which sucks. But yep, it works well. Okay, swedge. Tighten this up a little bit. Well, we're getting pretty close. Up a little bit more. See what it looks like on the other side. So you can see what this looks like now. So we're not quite flush yet. Right here there's a little bit of marker right there. It needs to go past that. But that's kind of what we're shooting for. We're going to try the other side and see where it lines up. See what this angle looks like. So see, I didn't get any of it because we're too high. This is wobbling. This feels like it's not in all the way. There we go. So this side, we're on the high side. So we're going to go down a little bit. Find something that works for both sides. Make sure we're centered this way vertically. Okay. Go up a little bit or down a little more. We're trying to find the best average on both sides so both sides work when we profile. This side's going to have to profile to a lower angle. The other side's going to have to profile to a higher angle. Okay, we're just going to go with that as the angle so we get both sides. Go a little bit higher than that. So this is a new knife to me. I've never done this before. So what I'm doing is I'm just trying to flatten out the bevel. That's by far the big thing on this edge. It's going to take a minute to do it. In fact, it's going to take so long, we're going to use an 80 grit stone to do this. Scratches are okay. I can get rid of them. We need to get through some steel to flatten this bevel out. Let's see what angle this is so we don't lose track of that. We'll measure it on the bevel, not in the center. Hopefully this thing's behaving. We're at 17.35.4 degrees. 17.4 degrees. Make sure it's just because this thing's been acting silly, so I'm making sure it's, see, now it's not calibrated right. $17.25. Okay. So we're not rolling a tip, we're just sawing. You can see what I'm doing here. So basically the tip is here on the stone, and then when I end, it's up there on the stone. So I'm just basically doing that. Staying on top of it, but not rolling over it so I don't round it. So you gotta get all the steel up here. Because these aren't flat, they're not the same on both sides. Okay, we're gonna switch sides now. Work this side a little bit. I'm going to try. This seems like it's really uneven. I'm going to try clamping this again just to make sure we're flat in the clamp because it's pretty uneven. It's going to take a bit of reprofiling if that's correct. So we're going to redo this real quick. We'll clamp right there without the chamois cloth just in case. I have these jaws plastic, but I usually use a chamois cloth, but I don't really think I need to. So I got these covered in plastic. Let's see if we're on track. This guy needs to go down. The other side needs to go up. And this is going to take a minute. For sure, going to take a minute. So this one's going to take a long time. And I think we're going to go back to our 150 and see if it cuts this kind of surface better. This is going to take forever. Come on. We're going to take a minute. Look at this. So this is what our edge looks like. We basically have to go up to here. So we have to get rid of all of that Sharpie that's still there. So we're eating away at a higher angle. And so we're actually eating the edge away as we're trying to flatten this out and bring it back. On the other side, this is where some people get scared when they sharpen. On this side, we basically got to get the opposite. So if I Sharpie this up real quick, we're going the opposite direction. We're getting close to it now. But you can see that we still have some Sharpie left on the edge. So we still have to work both sides. There's different directions. It kind of sucks that they're not even. So it just takes a lot of work. And this is the part where a lot of people, I think, is scared, which is rightfully so, about sharpening. It's like, you get into something, it's like, what now? I'm like, you just got to finish it. It's going to take a minute. I might have to take a break. Might not even finish it during this video. But it'll get done. I just need to get a lot of profiling done. Trying to apex the sides, it's going to take a while. We're getting there, but we still got a little bit to go. You can see it. Still got about a millimeter. You can see it on my fingernail. All that's got to get ground down so it's flat with that, so we can apex this edge. On the opposite side, we got to get rid of all that shit up there so we can have a flat bevel we can mirror. So just jumping back and forth so we don't get too bored of one side and we don't make it uneven. We're getting there though. The marker doesn't lie. That is my biggest secret. That's the biggest thing I learned in sharpening is like use a marker. You're not sharpening unless you're apexing an edge, but you can see that with a marker about where your bevel is. I still use a marker. It's not just a beginner thing. It's not just like, why does that look like that? Oh, if I changed angle. It's not just like a beginner thing. Everyone that I know sharpens uses a Sharpie. Now, if you don't use one because they're hard to get off, use a magic eraser and you can get it off the edge really easy. Not really easy. Much easier than trying to wipe it with a towel. Still got a ways to go, but we're gonna work until we have a big burr on the side, and then we're gonna just flip. Try to get down to that edge. Make sure of something real quick. See if this will make it easier on us. So this distance is 5 3/8. Making sure my clamp is calibrated. 5 3/8 is dead on. Okay. Clamp is calibrated. This is flat. It's just a lot of reprofiling. So this is what it takes. If you want a crazy edge, it takes work. If you want to do a big old Pontos wedge, they just take work. I don't do this for cheap. I do enjoy doing it, but will be a pretty expensive edge. This is going to take me like an hour to do this. Oh, what up, Steve Hatfield? Thank you for joining us on the YouTube. We love it. We are trying to mirror the bevel on this knife, and it's going to take a minute to do this. This is one of those times when I wish I had a powered belt system. That probably is what got us here. Oh man, this is just going to take a minute. $150 guitar, I assume you mean Hapstone. Yes, I was doing the 80. I think for the purposes of doing like flat bevels, the 150 cuts faster than the 80. The 80 is more like when I have a chipped edge. It works on those. So I'm trying to 150, but shit, this is taking fucking forever. This is going to take a long time. Look at that bevel up, though. Flip it. We're getting close on this side to apexing it. Oh, you're getting there. This is just labor of love at this point. Let's see what this looks like cleaned up. With a Sharpie on it. Okay, good. It's nice and crispy. So this is what we look at so far. And now we'll put Sharpie back on it and see where we still have left to go. We're getting close though on the side. We basically just have right there to get off. Color and the whole bevel. And then I'll show you what we're taking off so far. Is that. So basically just have a little apex to get to, and then we'll be good. We're almost there on this side. It seems like once you hit that point, it becomes easier. It's encouraging. Now, what's going on with this tip? Burr, probably. Oh, we're getting there. Switch directions. Damn. Get in there. It just takes a while to do these bevels. It's just how it is. I can't tell is how the rest of the edge is sharpened. So yeah, sometimes this is just how it is. If you're going for a look, I get it. These edges were off a couple degrees from each other. So now they'll be the same. This takes work. This tip is kind of got a jag in it. I'm trying to get out a little chippy chip in the tip. Maybe that's just the burr from the other side. Yeah, it's the burr. Almost there. So I understand how some people, I get knives that are like half sharpened a lot because I get it. When you're in the situation, you're like, fuck, what am I going to do? You got to just keep on going. You got to have patience. This shit takes time. You can try to rush it, which I'm feeling rushed on my video, so I'm going to try to slow down for now. But we're going to get this bevel looking fudging legit. I don't know how to make the transition to the bottom edge, though. I don't know if it's the same angle, so I'm scared to like sharpen it because I don't want it to get like really wide on accident. So right now we're just kind of fading into it. Yeah. Anyway, keep on hacking away at this thing. Yes, good thing I have 6-inch stones for sure. I wonder if I'm going to finish this before I have to pick my kids up for daycare. Probably not. We are so close to there. A little bit to do with it. This is a convex round edge, it looks like. So we took the hump out of it. So we're basically getting the edge now. We have a little bit to do at the top of the tip. So the grind lines all connect and look good. We're almost there though. We look like that now. We have now apex sticks. So the burrs on the other side. So we're there on part of it. So one thing you'll learn when you're doing bevels is you have to keep a pretty light touch, like big bevels like this, because if you push down, it'll bend slightly where it's in the clamp, and you'll leave different scratch patterns, kind of. So lighter touch works better. It just takes fucking time. This is gonna look really cool when we're done now. We are like legit on this side. Almost legit on this side. We're looking really good. We got a little bit more to go, but we're going to flip sides now. All right, 30 minutes. Okay. I got to time these because these ones are due by the hour. Depends on how long it takes, kind of. I can't quote these. I can't predict stuff like these two bevels being this uneven. Just gotta get rid of the Sharpie. It just fucking takes time. Slow process. This is the part of sharpening that can be hard, but it's like relaxing because it's repetitive and it's just you're working it. It's slow, methodical. You can't rush this because it doesn't go any faster. You just gotta take your time. This is what our bevel looks like now. You still gotta get rid of all that Sharpie right up to there. So we still got some work to do on this side. Tips a little bit better now. We got it pointed out. Grinding away the bevel, trying to make it bigger. Okay, we're gonna flip sides because we have a big old burr we have to get out. This side's looking so cool though. You just have to get a little bit to get right. That's the scratch patterns aren't the same. We have a little bit to get right here. So we're gonna recolor this in real quick. We got a burr from both sides. So we're apex. Now we're actually sharpening. So it gets rid of all the Sharpie except for that little bit right there. And that's the important part because we want that line fucking crispy. That's what makes a Tonto stand out. Is you gotta get rid of all the Sharpie. When it's all gone, what you're left with is a really crispy line. But you gotta go until it gets crispy or it's like looks like shit. You just gotta keep on going until all the Sharpie's gone. We're so close to there on this side. So close. What a boring ass episode. All I'm doing is profiling. We're getting there. This side's looking fucking really close to good. Other side, I don't want to deal with right now because it's going to be a ton of work still. Okay. Now it looks like this. We still got that little sliver right there to get out. When we get this little sliver out, it will look really nice and crispy. If we don't, it won't get polished and it will look like it just fades away into satin. And that doesn't look good. Gotta get it all out. Gotta be crispy. Gotta have nice lines. So everything is like pointed. Okay, we're getting there. We're gonna flip though. Why am I still holding this? Oh, this side's a monster to get. This is so much for profiling. Okay. Well, this is what it looks like so far. There's no way I'm going to be able to finish this now. I go get my kids pretty soon. So this is what the edge looks like. I'm going to finish it probably off camera tonight, and then I'll come back and I'll show you guys what it looks like. We got to profile all that shit out still, all the way up to the top. So I can see the line where it is. Like, it's all of this needs to come out still. On their side, just a little tiny sliver. Just a little tiny sliver right here. A tiny little bit of the bevel that's not in the same scratch pattern. Still not quite there yet. Okay, we're going to call it a day for now. I'm going to get my battery recharged mentally, physically, and on my camera. So I'll finish this later. I got to get my kids. You guys got any questions? I got a couple of minutes, but my arms are getting sore from doing this. I need a break. Okay, well, I am Tom Moore. Follow me at Thomas O. Moore on Instagram. That is Tommaso Moore on Instagram. If you're watching this on Facebook, go subscribe to the YouTube channel, which is awesome. And if you're on YouTube, go join the Millie Club on Facebook. That's all, y'all. I'll be back probably later tonight. Peace out. Have a good one.